The mystery of all mysteries within Christianity has been resolved, all thanks to Justin Peters. He is like Sherlock Holmes. I mean, Scotland Yard, I bet you, has his number in case they come across a cold case, because he has demonstrated an uncanny ability to unravel the most incredible mysteries of all. And of course, what I'm talking about is something that I know all Christians are concerned about and wondering and seeking answers, have no idea. But thankfully, Justin Peters has cracked this case wide open and revealed one of the greatest mysteries that I bet you have kept many Christians up at night, wondering and seeking answers, and yet nothing until Justin Peters broke this thing wide open. Now, what I'm talking about, you're probably wondering, well, what is it, Brian? What is so earth-shattering, incredible that Justin Peters discovered that all Christians were wondering about? Well, actually, quite interesting. It's quite a scandal. It's like the scandal of scandals. I mean, it's just unbelievable how it's rocked Christianity. And I know you're thinking, well, what big scandal has happened recently that Justin Peters is talking about? Because it seems like in 2024, there's a lot of them. And there's big names in Christianity that keep falling due to such scandal as sexual immorality, adultery, and the list goes on. And you're probably already thinking, oh, yeah, okay, I know what Justin Peters he discovered something new none of us knew about a big name pastor. And you're thinking it's Steve Lawson. No. The mysteries of all mysteries has been resolved. Justin Peters, I just found out, actually as far back as I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago, already resolved the biggest mystery. And here's what it is.
I received an email from someone 2 days ago that definitively proves that Kenneth Copeland is a liar.
Kenneth Copeland dyes his hair black. Can you believe it? And he lies about it. I mean, that is incredible. And we have Justin Peters to thank for employing, I think, probably the highest standard of investigative journalism. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It's absolutely incredible. And we are all blessed to know that Kenneth Copeland is an 87-year-old man who has been lying to all of us about dyeing his hair. I mean, I can rest easy now knowing that. I mean, because I think there is entire groups of people that rather than get together for Bible study, they probably gathered just to discuss Kenneth Copeland's hair. And now we don't have to worry about it. We know the answer. Thank you, Justin Peters, for a wonderful work. And how did he discover this? I mean, I know he's busy at work uncovering very similar stories, I'm sure, because he said absolutely nothing about how many years Stephen Lawson has been living a double life, and why he's disqualified and removed from his pastor role and all other ministries. And in his entire camp of people, which would include Justin Peters, seems to just basically be erasing the man's memory, deleting sermons on their YouTube channels and ministries and from the conferences. And it's like you have to almost go to like obscure places to still find Stephen Lawson sermons on YouTube. But no, this is the important thing we need to discuss, of course, is Kenneth Copeland, okay? And I'm glad Justin Peters unraveled that and continues to do the great work of exposing the absolute flagrant lies by big name pastors out there. And not in a biased way whatsoever. I'm very grateful he's not biased. He doesn't play favorites. He missed the one about Stephen Lawson, but I'm sure that just I don't want to speak for him why that is so, but I'm glad he's here to uncover the case of the dyed hair of an 87-year-old man. Now, here's the thing. See, Justin Peters got a letter, an email from some stranger that evidently he doesn't know personally.
My best friend's sister's boyfriend's brother's girlfriend heard from this guy who knows this kid is going with the girl who saw Ferris pass out at 31 Flavors last night. I guess it's pretty serious.
Thank you, Simone.
And this person, he wrote to Justin wanting to, help him out, to expose Kenneth Copeland as a liar. Right, and by the way, before I tell you the rest of what happened, let me just state I am no fan of Kenneth Copeland. And so I'm not here in any way, shape, or form trying to support or in any way affirm the ministry or teaching or theology or whatever of Kenneth Copeland. I've never actually watched even one sermon from Kenneth Copeland. But of course, I've heard a number of things about him. There are lots of people, Justin Peters being one of them, that regularly showcase whatever antics or gimmicks that or odd thing that the man says, like it's some kind of I don't know. Let's just say we can always count on Justin Peters to uncover the most important things happening in the world of Christianity and revealing all the scandals among people like Kenneth Copeland and others. But anyway, so he got this letter. And I mean, as I said, the investigative journalism on this is top notch. Right? Kudos to Justin Peters because he got this email from somebody who knows somebody who's not named. And in this letter, this somebody who knows somebody claims to know Kenneth Copeland, but not only know him, they're like buddies or something. Like this business owner that this stranger met is talking about how Kenneth Copeland is his best client. And of course, I mean, I'm sure there's no name dropping and exaggeration going on. Of course not. I mean, Justin did not tell us any of that is going on. And he believes every single word of the letter and the email he was given. And now I would say that as an 87-year-old man who doesn't have any gray hair, that we probably don't need an email to figure out he dyes his hair and is a little self-conscious about the way he looks on camera in a large audience. So I don't think I would have need that. But anyway, I know a lot of people probably wondered, wow, how is he 87-year-old and he doesn't have any gray hair? I mean, after all, the man said he prayed over it. I mean, that's one thing, just prayed over it and God took away the gray hairs. I mean, that's totally believable. Didn't the Apostle Paul do something like that? Or am I confused? Maybe it was Peter, or maybe it was nobody in the Bible. Right? So, all right, I'm having fun with this, as you can tell. All right, but anyway, so Justin Peters got an email from a stranger who knows a stranger who we don't know who that is, and that person claims to be like Kenneth Copeland was his best client. And on top of that, this guy he's a big wig himself, of course. There's no ego involved in what the guy's saying, of course. But he's telling this stranger that he's one of Kenneth Copeland's biggest donors. And Justin believes it wholeheartedly.
He's been dyeing his hair for 10 years. I had to share that after viewing your last 12-minute video. So, this man, who is a big supporter, financial supporter of Kenneth Copeland, laughed hysterically at the notion that Kenneth Copeland's hair is just black. Oh, he's been dyeing his hair for the last 10 years. This was in the early 90s. That means Kenneth Copeland has been dyeing his hair since the early 80s. Dear friends, that's 40 years. 40 years Kenneth Copeland has been dyeing his hair.
And it's incredible because here is a man who professes to be the biggest supporter of Kenneth Copeland, a billionaire preacher. Of course, he's like, right there with the big financial supporter. And not only that, Kenneth Copeland loves this guy too. He's his best client. And we all know that most people, they treat their best clients and the people they financially support because they love them so much exactly like that guy did. Like, you talk dirt behind their back, right? Doesn't everyone do that with their best clients and the ones that they give their money to support their ministries? Don't they always just tell some complete stranger all the little dirt behind the scenes about the guy? Oh, no, wait a second. That almost sounds like gossip. No, there's no gossip going on in that email that Justin Peters said. Justin Peters would never, ever come on and just plain gossip for the sake of doing another video. I don't believe that for a second. I believe Justin Peters is a great, godly man. He demonstrates that all the time. And, well, you know, some people in his camp obviously are not. Stephen Lawson comes to mind, of course, but Justin Peters is busy talking about Kenneth Copeland. He doesn't need to talk about Stephen Lawson. Let's not talk about that anymore. I mean, a 5-year adulterous relationship, living a double life, having tons of people in Calvinism literally idolizing that man, and him condemning other people to hell for the most minor of sins while he's living that's just not that important. We got bigger fish to fry in the world of charismatics, of course, right? And Kenneth Copeland, I mean, he's enemy number one. Because, you know, you got to do a video about him all the time, right? That's so important. Alrighty, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that humorous presentation. I wanted to get something off my chest and speak from the heart, but given the seriousness of some of these scandals out there, it can be a little depressing and disheartening for people. So to present something and talk about it in a more lighthearted, humorous way from time to time does the soul good. So I hope you got a little laugh here and there in the video. Hope it brought a smile to your face. And we'll get into more serious topics in coming videos. Matter of fact, I was going to flow right out of this first part and go into a more serious teaching. And I realized, I'll be talking for about another 20 minutes if I do that. And let's stick right here. This is where I'm going to stop, right? So it'll be a mystery what we'll talk about in the next video. But I hope you'll be there for the next video. So subscribe, click the like button, and I'll see you in the next video. And may the peace and love of Jesus Christ be with you now and forever. Amen. Bye-bye.